Hello everyone, this is Zero here with another tutorial. Today we are looking at a tutorial that has to do with video captured, captured video game footage, either from Dazzle or, or any other device that can capture gameplay from Interlace video sources like VGA, RCA, composite, component, all that kind of stuff. So today we're dealing specifically with SD footage. We're dealing with this is some footage actually somebody recorded for me, my buddy Mage, because I'm doing this tutorial now. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and he really wanted to know. He wanted some tips on how to make your footage after you've recorded look better. So I'm just gonna put my preview window on full, so you guys can see. Let me just make that. See those lines? That's the first thing. Interlacing. You don't want that. That's for what interlacing is when it sends the video signal from your cable to your TV. Your TV fixes that automatically. Your computer doesn't. It doesn't fix that. So we'll want to fix that. Also, this footage is meant to be in widescreen. This is from Sonic Colors. And, of course, SD capture cards record in full screen. So we're going to have to make that widescreen as well. And last but not least, the colors are a little washed out. You might not be able to tell on here, but they're just a little washed out. So we're going to improve that. So first of all, first thing you want to do, let's pick a really interlaced spot. There. First thing you want to do is you want to go to your file and your properties. And what you want to do here is set up some good properties that'll work. Well, you can choose from templates. I chose the HDV 720/30p. Since we're dealing with gameplay footage, typically it's 30 frames per second, so you might want to choose that. Choose whatever aspect ratio you want. Now, this is important. Leave the field order on here to none. Leave it as progressive scan. We'll deal with this later in other parts of the video. Now, pixel format, 8 bits. You can do these any ways you want. Here's another important one. Deinterlace interpolate fields. This is important because now that we've got it in progressive scan and we're going to interpolate the fields, what it's going to do is it's going to take the fields, the interlacing fields, and put them together like a TV would. And adjust source media to better match project or render settings. Yeah, you can do that. And then if you want to save these, you click Start All New Projects with these settings and click Apply. I've already got this set up, so I'm just going to hit Cancel. Alright, and the next thing you want to do is right-click on your footage, go to Properties, and first you want to untick Maintain Aspect Ratio and disable Resample in the Video Event tab. So then after that, go to the Media tab. As you can see here, it says upper field first under field order. You want to make sure that says upper field first. Mine by default goes to upper field first, but normally it shows non-progressive scan. You want upper field first. You can do lower field first as well, but upper field first seems to work the best. And it's just general information. I'm using a .vob file, which is the standard file type that Dazzle records in Instant DVD Recorder, which I recommend you using that software if you're going to use it. There are other softwares you can experiment with, but if you're not too fond of video scripting and all that stuff, and what I mean by video scripting is scripting the encode, some of that's probably way over some of your guys' head, and it's sort of way over my head too, so don't mess with any other stuff for recording. Just use Instant DVD Recorder if you have a Dazzle. And VOB, I don't recommend using that, but I'm using that as an example because I want to show you the footage in its best form, from its raw form to the form that I'm going to take it in. So anyways, with that all done, just click OK, and now you can see we've got a image that sort of fits the widescreen. So what you want to do is go down here to your event pan crop, and I'll just make this a little bigger so you guys can see. First thing you want to do is, your video is full widescreen, so that's fine. What you want to do is you want to hold the control button and just do that to take away those bars so it fits. And then I also like to just move this up a little bit. You can use the arrow keys. Clicking this will make it only go up and down. You can do anyways, or just side to side. I just go up and down, and then I just basically hold shift or hold control again. Bring this down. Bam. No more black bars. So the black bars are gone. That's fine. Alright. Now, let's get rid of these washed out colors. Let's show a really good example of what we're looking at here. Here's another shot. Here's a shot with a lot of color. So what you want to do is you want to go to your video effects here, and you want to go to color corrector, and I choose Studio RGB to Computer RGB. Click on, add that in. Just give it a second. And as you can see, the colors are completely different. The color no longer looks washed out. The brights are brighter, the darks are darker. It looks much better, way better. Now, you may or may not have to do this for HD. This is mostly for SD footage, because that's mostly what I work with at the time of this recording. I'll do a tutorial on HD when I get there. Yeah, doing this will make the color look a lot better. And you can play with these settings if you like, but the standard setting is fine. Because if you start moving this stuff, you're going to get... Yeah, just leave it as a standard. I'm actually going to add that effect back in, because I messed with it a little bit. So, there we go. We got better colors and everything. So, what I'm going to do now is that we're done this video. I'm done doing all this stuff. I'm going to render this, but of course, I want to show you guys the render settings I use, and I'll just show you a few you can use. So, let's go to Render As. And I use the MainConcept AVC AAC codec .mp4. This works, but an AVC is a standard codec. It'll work on pretty much anything. So even if you're not uploading your videos to YouTube, if you're uploading them to the device, AVC is pretty much across the board. So one thing you can do is I made my own HD versions. Now this isn't HD footage. So what I usually like to go is go to Default Template, and go to Custom. And SD footage typically is about 854 by 480 for widescreen. And this is, you leave the profile main, 29.970 frames per second, which is 30 frames per second. Leave the filter and non-progressive scan. Use the deblocking filter and your bit rate. I use a standard bit rate of about 2,000 maximum and average. If you want better quality, you're going to want to use something between 10,000 and 4,000. The reason I use lower is because it'll let me get videos out faster, but I know a lot of people want higher quality, so 10,000, 4,000 seems to be about the standard. And audio, you can leave the audio, and project, you can use the project settings, or you can use the best for the video rendering. And there you go. So if you want to save that as a template, let's just go back into the custom pane. Let's say you like this. Let's call this SD Vidge Games. And you just put that template title in and click save. And it will save the template to you, to here. So let's say, okay, you're opening another project you want to render with the same settings. Well, you just go to Save As, and you choose that template, SD Vidge Games. Now, this is the one I use the most. This is the codec I use the most. But there is another MP4 codec you can use in here called Sony AVC. And this will render it as a .avc, .mp4, or .m2ts. We're going to go with MP4. So what we're going to do here is they have a lot to choose from in this. So this is another option for you if you want to go another route. So here we have one called Internet. I'm just going to choose Internet 640 by 480 30p, and you click Custom. Now we want this to be widescreen, so we're going to want this to be 640 by 480. 640 by 480 is full screen. If you want to make this widescreen, obviously it's 854 by 480. Or if that's too big, if the file size is becoming too big, one that I typically use, that every computer can use regardless of speed or whatever on YouTube, is 640 by 360 is typically what I use for my videos. Not the best, but better. Profile, just use just use the baseline. Clavac, all this stuff is good. You change your bit rate higher if you want, 4,000, 10,000, whatever. Audio system, project, standard stuff. I don't recommend this format as much, but it is an option you could do. So, anyways, guys, now that with all that in, I'm going to actually go ahead and render these and put them at the end of the video in the MainConcept AVC. I'm going to do one render as standard, the way it is, with interlacing and everything. The first one, which is before, and then I'm going to do another one, which is after. So it'll be the exact same footage. There's going to be no alteration except for what I showed in this video. So guys, please look forward to that, and leave any comments if you have any questions down below. Thanks guys, see you next time.